I just want to play a quick clip of this Papa John interview. Here's the weirdest sentence you have ever heard.
I've had over 40 pizzas in the last 30 days. Living currently.
That's it? What? I've had over 40 pizzas.
Is that what his voice sounds like?
That's what his voice sounds like.
That?
Yes.
That's not what he sounded like in the commercials.
And Mark Shapiro should be in jail. He has no pizza experience. He's never been in the pizza category. I would just say, stay tuned. The day of reckoning will come. The record will be straight. Why not say...
Sounds like Stone Cold a little
His skin is so weird. He looks like a drag queen.
Yeah, he sounds like Buffalo Bill.
Yeah, that can't be. That audio has to be.
No, it's real. Do you want me to play the full audio? Like a bit of
just,
the full
just
audio?
a bit. Yeah.
It puts the Papa John's pizza in the hose again.
Yeah.
I think all the surgery is getting through his voice box.
Put the fucking pizza in the basket.
I never dreamed the people that I care about.
Okay, it was altered.
Multimillionaires would do what they did.
He still sounds like Buffalo Bill.
Controversy that ousted the Papa of Pizza. Looking back now, do you think that you were set up?
Oh, there's no question
what's
about
the deal with
Oh,
that?
he said the N-word in an interview. Or not an
Well,
interview.
no,
It was like a
someone
conference
leaked
call or
audio of a conference,
Yeah.
of a private meeting
What
where he
was
said
the
the N-word.
And he wasn't, like, to be totally fair, he wasn't, like using it as a racial slur, but it still is a bad look to say it at all.
I don't remember what the context was.
I don't remember exactly either, but I remember there was like some kind of nuance there. But
also he'd been caught like out in public, like shit-faced drunk multiple times.
Oh, yeah.
He's
a terrible person.
Yeah.
It was not meant to be a defense of him.
Big Trump supporter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
How's that? This is all a farce.
This is John Schnatter's side of the story, and it's loaded.
Nothing sells
with
like
cheese.
And the truth, sooner or later, will come out.
In the first time, Schnatter is talking publicly about the firestorm that forced him to walk away from the company he built into one of the nation's largest pizza chains.
They made this all up. They fabricated it. And shame on them.
It all started in May of 2018. Schnatter admits he used the N-word during what was supposed to be an internal conference call on diversity training, but says he did it to convey his hatred of racism. He says insiders used that as an opportunity to push him out.
I just didn't know it would happen from people on the inside doing this.
I have the context.
I want to also point out that the reporter is black
Yes.
here, so he's saying this to a black reporter. Go ahead.
He was when the NFL was like having their Colin Kaepernick initial wave of like the protests and people's
Right, because this
reaction
is a few
to
years
it.
ago now.
So he was at this conference call and he blamed the NFL for like lowered Papa John's sales because people were boycotting the NFL.
I see. Papa John's was so closely associated with their
Right.
NFL sponsorship that they, by proxy, boycotting them. So what was
So
the
it
quote?
says here on the May call, Schnatter, that's his name, was asked how he would distance himself from racist groups online. He responded by downplaying the significance of his NFL statement. Colonel Sanders called blacks N-words, Schnatter said, before complaining that Sanders never faced public backlash. So Colonel Sanders was racist, and he used the actual word, not N-word. And Colonel Sanders never got in trouble, so why should we?
Cool going to the fried chicken guy.
What a weird,
Right away.
what a weird
bad
thing
argument.
to say.
Bad argument.
Yeah.
Now, what? Like that? Like I'm gobsmacked. Like,
Yeah.
like, why would you even say that?
Yeah.
Like, what point are you making?
I
Like,
thi-
how do? Oh, people didn't get mad at Colonel Sanders. Oh, he's right. No, we're not mad at Papa
I
John's
think
anymore. Like,
the
what are you
point-
saying?
Well, if I can be like a dumbass whisperer.
Right.
I think what he's trying to say is what I am saying is way less inflammatory than what Colonel
it
Sanders said.
Doesn't
So-
mean it isn't inflammatory.
Right. And also Colonel Sanders said that when that was like
80
normal to
years ago.
say, yeah.
When he was alive.
When they were still like lynching people.
Yeah. Or did he mean Daryl Hammond?
the current Colonel
Yeah.
Sanders, right?
Maybe
He did have a crack problem, so
the
who
Norm
knows what he
Macdonald,
said.
Colonel Sanders, maybe.
What was that campaign? That was
I don't know.
so
They just had
weird.
different.
I know what it
Yeah, money.
was,
Yeah.
but I mean, it was so fucking weird.
Yeah.
Reba McEntire was one of them.
George Hamilton.
Shawn
Yeah.
Michaels.
Was Shawn Michaels
Yes.
one of them?
Yeah, they had a WWE, like, they were a big
Jesus
sponsor, so they
Christ.
just
They-
did, like, a special.
It only aired
Commercial.
on WWE
Okay.
shows.
Yeah, but, like, they essentially staged a wrestling match with the Colonel and someone dressed in, like, a chicken suit or something.
Dolph Ziggler was the Colonel for the match.
Jesus
Oh, yeah.
Christ. That seems a bit much.
I thought it would come from the outside.
And he's willing to name names.
The poor
Steve
chicken, by
Ritchie,
the way.
Lydia-
Like, why does the chicken have to job? Like, the chicken is the food, the main dish. It's not like they're the enemy of KFC.
You're right.
That's what they're selling.
But they also murdered them on a
Right, I
global
understand, but you don't have to like play that up in
You're,
the
like, rubbing
commercial.
it in?
Yeah, I understand that is ultimately what is happening. But like, what? Yeah, like it just seems in poor taste.
scale. Yeah.
But then again,
So
Papa
does-
John's is worse.
Yeah. The food is in poor taste, so.
That's true.
That's tough. Which is worse, Papa John's or KFC? Like, KFC to me is, like, bottom of the barrel.
KFC.
I hate it.
If we're comparing these two things, I would say Papa John's is way fucking worse. It's just cardboard. It's like Domino's pizza.
Yeah,
It's
I think I'm with
slightly
you.
better, in my opinion.
I like
I haven't
certain
had
things.
Domino's
I
in a
like
while.
certain things at KFC. Although
Like what?
overall,
Like what?
I feel like their original recipe chicken is not bad. It's
I
not
don't mind boneless
rubber.
wings.
Hmm?
Once in a blue moon. I mean, I haven't
Yeah.
had them probably 10 years, but I remember liking
Yeah.
them.
The KFC around here burns the shit out of the wings, so it's probably that location that.
Sorry.
That's okay. I
Jumping
thought you.
the gun.
Let's stop talking about
No,
this
no,
already.
I actually-
I like their. Not and what you said, Rob, is true. Like it's not the best chicken in the world, but
Yeah.
it's like tolerable.
For me, yeah, like if I'm doing fried chicken, I'm going to Popeyes.
Right, I understand that. I'm
Yeah.
saying if it's in a pinch and you're like
Right,
there,
right. Yeah.
I would eat it, but Papa John's, I would never eat, no matter how convenient. it
Yeah,
is.
I guess
So
that's ultimately fair. I guess Pizza Hut is the best of the worst
No,
pizzas.
not for
I'm
me.
not a fan of
What
it.
No.
Domino. I would put Domino.
Yeah.
Of the three,
I like
you
because
could-
Domino's
Oh.
like a little spicy.
Of what things?
of Domino's, Pizza Hut, and Papa John, of the chain pizza
Little
restaurants.
Caesars.
I think I
I've
would,
never even had Little Caesars.
I would go with Pizza Hut, but reluctantly. Like it's still
Right?
disgusting.
Yeah, yeah,
Deep
yeah. Ultimately, we
dish.
agree.
This is like fuck, marry, kill.
Yeah, we agree also
No, or
with
like-
the Kenny Hickey situation.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
you should never, ever, like why in New York would you ever order it? And
We all
Domino's
agree on
thin
that.
crust is the only one
Yeah,
of
it's
any
decent.
of those that I would eat.
yeah,
Yeah.
but that's like a specialty.
I
Well,
think
yeah,
the
that's-
crust is what fucks up Domino's the most. I mean, it's just doughy and it's like a pastry.
That's how I feel about
for
Pizza
me,
Hut.
for me, it's the cheese. The cheese just feels like melted, like loose leaf paper.
Oh yeah, I agree. The cheese is not good
It's
either.
so boring.
But the number one
loose leaf
thing
paper.
wrong with Domino's is the crust. So if you put
Yeah.
it on thin crust, it's a little.
You're right.
less-
You're right because it's so soggy. Like at least the thin crust has the crunch
Right.
a
Yeah.
little bit, so it
It
works.
jumps up to like mediocre.
Yeah,
It's like a decent hors d'oeuvre at like a white trash wedding.
Right.
At
right.
that point.
it's
Good-
like a
good
decent.
point.
It's like a white trash bruschetta.
But
yeah,
what-
yeah, exactly.
But what you should take away from this is
Bruschetta.
never eat
Bruschetta.
Domino's. Never eat Domino's or Papa John's. Or
But listen,
Pizza
if
Hut.
you don't live in a place where good pizza is plentiful and it's your only option, then
just don't eat pizza if it's that bad. Just don't eat
No,
pizza.
but
Just don't eat.
No, but
Just
there
have an
would
eating
there
disorder.
has to be a local pizzeria, right?
Well, no, even then it's probably
No,
terrible.
that's not true. I've
but
been
go to
places where the local-
CC's.
But
Go to
here's
CC's.
here's my thing. All right, so just don't eat pizza. Like your town, wherever you are, whoever you're listening to this, it's got to be known for some food dish, right? No matter where you go.
But you can't eat that every night.
But all right, you can. I'm saying if you really want to dig into some quality food, find that good thing that is near you. There's got to be something, and it's not always pizza. Like we have good pizza here.
Yeah.
You
But
don't have
sometimes
pizza
you just
near
want to have self-loathing and just be a garbage person. And
That's
eat
fair.
Some garbage food.
If you want to hate yourself,
Yeah.
then eat your local pizza.
Yeah.
That's a fair statement. I'll give you that.
Once in a while, we all have those low moments.
But we should fight that, shouldn't we?
Sure,
Don't
but-
eat the
but
crap
you-
pizza.
Sometimes you got to let it win.
You may be giving in and going to the dark side if that happens.
Yeah, well-
Bad things can happen if you eat Pizza Hut and Papa John's. You may become a terrible person.
Diabetes.
Saying.
Possibly.
Put down the pizza. Put down the bad pizza.
Agreed.
Have some Elios.
That's not actually bad.
I was gonna say out of like all the gross pizzas, I love Elio's pizza.
I would put Elio's above anything else we've mentioned in this
Yep.
conversation so far.
Elio's to me again, it's
like
a pizza-like
it's
product.
cafeteria. It's
yeah,
like-
it just
I
reminds
love
you.
cafeteria pizza.
Yeah.
Same.
It
But
was good.
the dough, if we're talking about dough, the dough, it's not really dough. It's sort of
Cardboard.
artificial chemicals mushed together to look like dough.
Listen, all I'm saying is it's better than these chain pizzas. It's not great.
You're right.
It's not delicious. It's not wonderful. It's like, oh, it's something you throw in your freezer, and then when you don't feel like going out, it's in there and you heat it up.
It's not delivery.
Right.
It's Elio's. Right?
I don't
I
think
think
I've
that's
ever
okay.
had a DiGiorno, so I can't comment on
I
that.
don't think I have either.
Yeah, I don't think I've done that.
But the cardboard box is probably better. Let's just say that.
Also, one thing that's kind of weird to me now is like, I don't know if this is outside of New York or just a New York thing, but like there's these fancier quote unquote pizzerias now that like freeze package their pizza. Like they make a pizza and there's like Roberta. You can get a slice of Roberta's pizza, which is like a very overhyped, overpriced coal oven pizza spot. And you can buy like a $6 slice or some shit like that you then have to go and put in the oven and like
It's like par baked or
reheat.
whatever. You have to like reheat it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that you're not reheating it in the fancy oven that they have, so it's not.
yeah, like what do you like,
It's not the same. Yeah.
And by the way, never microwave pizza either. It just becomes inedible.
Oh, yeah.
yeah, you got to put the Elio's in the oven.
Yep.
No, even pizza like that you ordered from a pizzeria.
Oh, I would never. Yeah, I just eat it cold. I love
Yeah.
cold pizza. I love cold pizza.
I hear so many people say that, and I do not understand it. It tastes so disgusting.
I
to
don't
me.
mind it.
It's not disgusting, but if I have an oven, I'll just heat it up. There's no reason not to.
I'm not trying to be.
The reason is I
judgmental,
want the
like,
food
this
right
is-
now.
Okay,
Yeah.
my
that's
belly.
fair, but it just tastes so great. Like I feel like the oil and the cheese congeals into a brick.
It's good.
See, you're saying it like a bad thing. I'm loving it.
It's like chaladiets, but pizza style.
I just what I love about yeah.
Isn't
You're
that
right.
what lasagna is though? Like literally, Haladiet's pizza style.
But the
No, because it's
not
not
gelatinous.
gelatinous.
yeah, that's the thing
well,
that
yeah, I
makes it
guess.
disgusting is the
Yeah.
gelatin and the things floating in it and looking at you. But what I love about pizza is that it's like gooey and like it's I don't know, it's just oily and then you make it into like a hard ass. It's almost like fat just sitting on bread. Doesn't appeal to me.
Well, I forgive you.
What?
I forgive you for that.
Okay, sure. Go eat some Papa John's, you prick.
How dare you? That's too far.